So I'm pretty sure we all watched Predator on Friday when it came out, right? You know, Killer of Killers. So we had three stories that all came together by the end: the shield, the sword, and the bullet. Which one was your favorite? I thought that it was a pretty special event. You know, it was a really good movie that they put together. uh, I'm always like I'm always on the fence about these things, like Prey. I didn't know how that was going to come out. And then when they put it on Hulu, I was like, to be honest, the one that's going to the theaters later on this year, it doesn't look like it was even as good as Prey. But we'll just have to see. I'm hoping that what we watched from Killer of Killers will lead us into the movie that's coming, Badlands. That would make, because I was going to say that would make the most sense because if we remember Predators, they took the people to that I guess you could call it like a range or whatever. Like they took them out there where they could hunt them. Right? It looks like where this predator is, he goes to a place like that where he's hunting all these things that are basically, like this movie, Killer of Killers. He's going after the killer of killers from other planets. And I guess they captured them and put them on the place where they do their hunting. But I can only assume that. But as far as this movie goes, there was a lot of exciting moments. There's nothing really new to have to get used to. It's just that the way they use these elements, because we know that how the predator sees people through heat vision. We understand that he has a lot of different type of weaponry and technology at his fingertips. So how would these people fare against these things is what is always the question. And we went through three different time periods in the movie. We had dealt with like it was like the Vikings, and then we had because it almost felt like if you watch Twilight of the Gods, the cartoon felt a little bit like that, especially with some of the early fighting moments with the Viking stuff. And then we went to the samurai time, and then we moved into World War II. And it was interesting to see all these characters come together because in what other circumstance would that ever happen? You know what I mean? Space travels works funny. so so they move around, the predators move around through space, and however they travel, they were able to pick these people up at different times and put them on this ship together. And that was another magnificent part of the story. It's something you kind of have to, because it's not really explained, but Killer of Killers is a strong Predator entry. There's a lot of people that had a problem with the Predator. I thought it was fine. They complained about something about how it was being woke when it came to global warming or something like that. And that's ridiculous because every Predator movie has been about, in the first movie, the lady said they always come here when it's exceptionally hot. In the second movie, they were in LA and there was a heat wave and they talked about how hot it was, and it was 1997 in the movie. The movie came out in like 91. So they always talked about global warming and how the planet was getting hot, and the predators were finding the earth to be a more suitable place to do shit because it was getting hot. Now, when I didn't like the AVP movies because in the first AVP movie, they were in the snow. And I didn't like that switch because it didn't seem like the way they would normally hunt. And why would they go after their most dangerous game in an environment like that? So anyway, in this movie, Killer of Killers, when he goes against the Vikings, it is in the snow. And so they use things to their benefit since, the predators see with heat vision. And in each story, the character has to become familiar with, what they can use against this hunter that's just after them, just out of nowhere. So it's a pretty, like, we all love Dutch and we all love Mike. The other characters just kind of fall in there. I like the one with Adrian Brody a lot, Predators. But we've become familiar with how this hunter hunts. So uh it's not really too much new in that regard, but the movie was pretty strong. I mean, it gave you things that you kind of wanted from the Predator. So this was another strong one. This was another good movie. I just did a movie review and gave the movie a high score. I'm gonna give this one a high score. I'm gonna give it a 8.2. You know, because I really liked it and it did connect to the previous movie, and I'm hoping that it connects us to the next movie. I hope it's like a bridge. So Hulu did a good job with this one, and I know that Disney has that no decapitation rule, which they really have been bending because they chopped off Thanos' head, and in this Predator movie there was quite a few. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, you definitely won't be disappointed. So check it out. So yeah, right now on Hulu, man, Predator, Killer of Killers, get over there and check it out. I think it was a good one, man. And maybe you may not be into cartoons. You might be into the, like, if you're an older person and you love the Predator movies and you may not be into cartoons so much, I think you'll like this one though. I think you could sit through. I think you'll make it through it. If you get through the first 15 minutes, you'll be fine. Okay? So yeah, man, definitely check it out. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and we'll talk then. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you real soon.
We must fight together.
Here we go.